In 2019, the Minnesota State Legislature passed and signed into law a statute that allows cities to set speed limits on local residential roadways. Previously, speed limits were set by the state's Commissioner of Transportation, with all local residential streets statewide at 30 miles per hour. 30 miles per hour is currently the speed limit on most roads in Golden Valley. As some neighboring municipalities have acted on this new law, Golden Valley is aiming to gather input from residents and property owners to make a decision on lower speed limits. Streets such as traditional neighborhood or residential streets, perhaps like the one you live on, are eligible for a speed limit reduction. To be clear, only certain roadways are eligible for a speed limit reduction as part of this new statute. State highways, interstates, county roads, and Minneapolis Park and Recreation Board streets are not eligible for a speed limit reduction at this time. This includes Highways 55, 100, 169, Douglas Drive, Winnetka Avenue, Medicine Lake Road, Duluth Street, Glenwood Avenue, and Theodore Wirth Parkway. So why are we considering lowering the speed limits? The city receives many speeding complaints on neighborhood residential streets. These complaints come in through the police department and the Traffic Safety Committee. In following up on these complaints, staff has learned that generally 85% of drivers travel at 27 miles per hour or less. Also, 15 of the 222 crashes on residential streets over the past 10 years are directly linked to speed, as represented by the pink star on this map. The other leading contributing factors were fail to yield right-of-way, inattentive or distracted driving, and alcohol-related crashes. When vehicles travel at lower speeds, it is more comfortable for pedestrians, bicyclists, or even residents out in their front yard. Here is a short clip, courtesy of the City of Crystal, showing how certain speeds on residential neighborhood streets can feel too fast, even though they are within the 30 mile per hour speed limit. When a car passes by going 20 miles per hour, it feels safer than a car traveling at 30 miles per hour. Not only does 20 miles per hour feel safer, statistics show it is safer. A person who is hit at higher speeds is significantly more likely to sustain severe injuries or even death. A AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety study showed that a vehicle-pedestrian crash at 30 miles per hour is approximately 3 times as likely to result in a pedestrian fatality than the same crash at 20 miles per hour. Once a decision is made and approved by the City Council, it would take City staff approximately 1 to 2 months to install the new signage. Does this mean I would have a new speed limit sign on my street? Probably not. Gateway signage would be used instead. Gateway signage would be placed at primary entrances to Golden Valley from neighboring communities or from state or county roadways. In total, approximately 75 to 100 new speed limit signs would be installed at gateway locations throughout the city. Speed limit changes can have a major impact on a neighborhood. Any changes that Golden Valley pursues would have a strong emphasis on education. The first step in any change would be providing information citywide as well as educating drivers who travel through but do not live in the city. Enforcement of the new speed limits would be on a phased-in basis. It is anticipated that this phased-in grace period would last approximately 1 year. We will be gathering information in the spring to present to the City Council at a work session in early summer 2021. Council will discuss the results of the public outreach and presumably set a course of action for the second half of 2021. If the speed limits are to be lowered, signage would be installed late 2021. If the City Council decides not to lower speed limits, no changes would occur. Questions, comments, or input on speed limits can be submitted using the link above the video on the City of Golden Valley website.